This is a lavender smudge stick that I made. Lavender, the smell soothes the spirit. Shielding. It has a shielding and healing and protective quality of it, and it's also purifying. And it has a psychic self-defense ability, which is great because I do have psychic abilities. I'm very clairvoyant. This is moon water, which has been, it's just water that was placed in under the full moon. So it's been energized by the light of the moon. It's actually one of the most powerful elements that you can have. And I have my little shrine here. So today I want to talk about energy, and I want to talk about how you can see your own energy and then how you can see other people's energy. This was one of the most fundamental things for me to ever learn, and I learned about it when I was a little girl. So I was not even a witch, not even close. I didn't identify as a witch. I didn't know what I was doing. By the time I was 11 or 12, I learned how to meditate. And that was just one of the most important things that I could ever learn in my life. You know, if you notice when you try and go to bed, you're like, I just want to go to sleep. But my mind is thinking about tacos and work and this one person who gets on my nerves and stuff like that. This is why meditation is so important. And it's not just important, you know, when you are in a rested place, but it is also important to learn how to do it even when you're in an environment that makes you uncomfortable. Meditation allows you to learn how to declutterify your mind, pretty much. You should be able to control your own thoughts and not let your thoughts control you. And not let, you know, we all have different personality sides to us as well. So say you have like 10 different personalities that you're battling with on a daily basis, right? If you don't nurture each one of those personalities, if you don't acknowledge that they are there, before you know it, you're going to feel like you're crazy and you're talking to yourself, and then this one personality that you really don't like, that you've been neglecting, comes out at the worst time, right? It always happens. So to me, this is part of meditation, is also learning how to talk to yourself and control those different personalities at different times. And then you acknowledge that this side of you needs this side of you needs that, and you're going to have to nourish each side of you. It's just the way it is. That's how your brain thinks. You have to, you know, you have these needs for a certain reason. Meditation is best, you know, if you're new at it, to be in a nice place that makes you feel comfortable, a place that isn't going to be distracting, a place like, you know, going to a forest, listening to a creek is great. What they call white noise is that noise of water running, or you know, even the rain or something like that. Nobody else bothering you, no talking. And then what you do is you sit there in silence. You sit there with yourself. You got to get to know yourself, right? I think a lot of people don't do that. They don't bother. They don't want to talk to themselves. They don't, you know, in our society, it's almost crazy. But it's time that we start doing it, right? And a lot of people already do. I'm not the expert on meditation. I'm just saying this is what I do. This is how I get from A to B. So if you already know how to meditate, then you already know how to meditate. But pretty much you have to learn how to clear your mind of all those little annoying thoughts and learn how to focus it in a certain way. Meditation is really almost like not thinking at all. And then your mind will start showing you visions and certain things and showing you ideas. You'll start seeing things that clearly that you've wanted to know the answers to. All the questions that you've had that you couldn't figure it out. What happens usually is you get all these other little thoughts getting in your way. But if you can clear your mind, those answers will come to you. And that's the great thing about meditation. Now here's the key about how meditation works for learning how to visualize your own energy. As you are meditating, Now, imagine what your energy would look like. Imagine what your energy would look like, what it would look like surrounding you. Is it a certain color? Is it warm? Is it vibrant? Can you make it grow? Can you see it all the way around your head, all the way around your shoulders, your arms, your fingertips, down your waist, down to your thighs, and your legs, all the way down your feet? If you were sitting in a chair, or if you were sitting on the ground with your legs crossed, you're going to feel it almost like a ball around you. This energy all the way around you. And you should be able to start seeing your energy. And when you see it, you can actually feel it as well. And that's when you're going to be able to control it. Because the thing about energy is everyone has it and everyone projects it all over the place. Have you ever gotten to a place and there's all these people and you felt a bad vibe? Or somebody looked at you, smiled, and they genuinely had a feeling of just giving you this positive energy, and it made you instantly smile. Those are all energy forms that people pass on to each other. And it's almost like a form of communication. It could be also a form of manipulation and control, even if you're not careful. People can do it. They can look you right in the eye and they can charm you up, and they can use their energy to make you want to be in their presence. So, if you can also see your energy, you can start seeing other people's energy, and you can start feeling it. You can start feeling their emotions, and most importantly, you can start feeling their intentions. And if their intentions are not good and you don't want them around you, one of the great things about being a witch is you could start understanding and mastering how to form your energy into a protective shell. And you can even cast a spell. Me, I have been doing this way before I knew about being a witch. It was one of the things that when I learned about it, I was like, this is right in my wheelhouse because I've been doing this stuff. And what happens is I imagine my energy and I feel it. And I feel it grow until I can have this bubble of space that is all mine. And no one can take that away from me. That personal space. They can't. Maybe if they try to hit me or something, but you know, they could try. I know how to fight too. But that's the thing about it, is that at least in the least you can control how you feel, and you can control your own energy. You may not be able to control other people's energy and how they treat you, but you can control your own. And you can then understand how people will use their charm and their ways to manipulate you, but you can also in turn know when people are genuine, and you can start to grow in your ability to be empathic as well, which means that you can understand not just what people, empathy, some people will see it as like almost a weakness, and it can be if you're always being an empath that's like, oh, I just want to take care of you and I feel sorry for you. No, it should not be about that. Empathy is seeing when people are happy, seeing when people are sad, seeing when people are angry. You could see and understand their face expressions. It's like another form of communication, and you could totally feel their energy. When you could do that, and trust me, I have taught people who were not empathetic at all how to do it. The world is just an amazing place when you could do that. It's just, you can then understand, and you could prevent people from using you, manipulating you, having ill intentions. You're going to feel when people have bad intentions, if you can be that empathic, and if you can understand energy. And I can tell you right now, understanding energy too, I could feel when something is bad is about to go down. I have gone to areas where people ended up later on getting shot, but I left just before it because I felt a really bad feeling inside, which is part of intuition, which is another ability. So that's why I thought this was a great startup video. to me, the basics of understanding energy is probably one of the most important things if you're going to be a witch, a good modern witch, a pagan, whatever you do, even if you are of any other kind of religion and faith, it doesn't matter, because we're all spiritual and we all understand our spirituality in a different way. But we're also all human, and we all have this energy, and we all have emotions, and we all can be in a manipulative relationship or in a bad relationship, or dealing with different things. And you might be like, why am I in this situation? Well, why not understand how to avoid it, and also understand how you can see people who may be good for you, who you might overlook just because, if you're the kind of person who just looks at how somebody looks and what they wear and their status in life, you're not going to know if somebody is a good person or not that way. You're not. You got to read the red flags, or maybe they don't have any red flags and they are genuinely honest and they have good intentions and they might be poor. And why would you overlook somebody who has really good intentions and isn't trying to get anything from you, and they could actually enrich your life, maybe with knowledge or understanding, or just speaking to you and treating you like a decent human being? That's all that matters, right? So when you're doing like meditation, the other thing you can do about meditation that's really great is doing these little mini sessions. When you're good at meditation, you could be in the most uncomfortable place. Like, when I think about it, the BART train, the Bay Area Transit, oh my gosh, it gets so packed and so like congested, and you can barely breathe, and people are all in your face, and somebody like farts and you're just like, oh my gosh, get me out of here. This is like the most uncomfortable thing. Everybody's sweaty and everything is sticky. When you get in there, you can have like a little bit of anxiety. I'm claustrophobic, I feel terrible. So you know what I do? Take a moment to have a little mini meditation session. And I start thinking, where else would I want to be? What would be great is the ocean. And remembering that feeling of the ocean breeze and that little bit of kiss of the ocean, just the moisture feeling on my face. And it's so cool, and it smells great, and there's so much fresh air. That's where I want to be right now. And before I know it, I start, like my mind is clear of all the negative thoughts, and I'm at my station. I'm at my destination. I'm off the BART, and I'm feeling good, and I'm ready to go. That is a great thing to have, because if you don't know how to do that, sometimes you could just be focusing on everything negative, and it can make your life miserable. And why even do that? Why bother being miserable all the time? If you know how to do little mini meditation situations, you could be at work and somebody at your job can really, really make you angry, and you're like, I'm ready to do something that's about to get me fired, and you can actually take it down a notch and think, man, I've been in this situation before, or how can I handle this? There's just a lot of great ways that you can use it in a way, because like when I had stress at my job, I would even hide in the bathroom or hide wherever I could and just take a 10-minute break and just meditate. And before you know it, all those cluttery thoughts clear out, and then a solution comes in my mind and I know what to do, and it's just a wonderful thing. So being that, then you could start transforming it into understanding energy. Mochi. So blessed to all my friends, my sisters and brothers. Thank you for watching. Yeah, she goes behind. You ready?